So I'm on a roll today on these rants. And my next rant is that I got at the end of my video about telling people to wake the fuck up. Look what's going on around you. Do you care what's going on around you? Everyone. Everyone. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care what nationality you are. I don't care about anything about you besides the fact that 99% of people out there need to wake the fuck up. And what that means is stop going on your Twitter, stop going searching the internet, stop listening to the news reporters, and research it for yourself. You know what the best thing is? People that research things themselves, I get the comment a lot, hey bro, you really research a lot. Yeah, because I like to know what I'm talking about. So whenever somebody brings up something with me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just assuming. Because you know the concept of assuming. The concept of assuming is A-S-S-U-M-E, and it's a perfect word for what assumption is. It makes an ass out of you and me. It's the fucking word of assume. So if you're going to assume something and you're wrong, well, you're going to make an ass out of me, and you're going to make an ass out of you. Assuming. So stop assuming and research it so you have an idea of what you're talking about, instead of just speculating on something that you know nothing about. Like, why don't you pay attention to what's in your food? Why don't you pay attention to sucralose and aspartame causes cancer? Why don't you start paying attention to the red dyes and all the dyes in food cause coloring of your organs and cancer? Why don't you start paying attention to the newspapers? And why don't you start paying attention to what actually they're talking to you about on the news? And actually, why don't you start realizing that the news is bullshit and they're lying to you and only keeping you one second. Anyways, I'm back. And I was kind of going off on a little bit of a rant there from people waking up, but you need to wake up. You need to research what you're doing. You need to stop, worrying about the celebrities, worrying about the sports, worrying about the movies, worrying about Twitter, worrying about the gossip, worrying about this, the that, the other. Stop worrying about it. Focus on what actually affects you. And what affects you? There's a whole bunch of things that affect you. Your township affects you. What they put in your food affects you. What sort of laws they're making. What sort of taxes they're passing. Those are the things that are going to affect you in the long run. All people care about is what happens right now. We're a fast food nation. That means we want it now or we don't care. Nobody has any patience anymore. You have kids that are doing steroids, right? So you have these kids that do steroids. What's the one thing that steroids do? They give you quick gains, man. Quick gains. What happens with those quick gains? You don't learn the patience and the virtue of the hard lifting to get there. So now you're just one of those egotistical jack guys that's just a meathead. And he really knows nothing about the values of getting to that level. Why? Because he got there easily because he took steroids. Okay? And I get that's a lot of hard work and everything, and there's the guys that really work hard in the meals and they still take it. And I give them props because you can't compete at that level without doing it. But the people who start turning egotistical because they did that and they took the quick, easy route, you don't learn anything from it. You don't learn the struggles of pushing through plateaus in the gym. So please, everyone, wake the fuck up and stop relying on everyone else to give you the answers and to pretty much control your lives, because that's what you're letting the government do. That's what you're letting corporations do. You're letting them decide on who you are and what you do and what you like and where you go. So wake up. Make your own decisions. Do your own research. Peace out and wake the fuck up.
You see that little button below that says subscribe? Well, click it if you like my video.